Joining us now is Randy Martinson, market analyst with Progressive Ag Marketing. Randy, thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you.
Hey, we will start with the grain markets. How are they looking on this Thursday morning?
Well, the hangover kind of continues after seeing USDA's report from Tuesday and seeing such big gains. We pulled back the market yesterday a little bit. Corn miraculously was able to recover and finish steady. So far overnight, we're seeing losses continue in this market with the wheat taking the biggest hit here as we go through the evening. And wheat probably should. I mean, the report was virtually negative for wheat. We had good gains on Tuesday from it, but yesterday we kind of saw the market realize that it was a bearish report, and without the help of corn and soybeans slipped, and we're doing the same overnight. We're down 7 in Chicago right now, 7 to 8 in Kansas City, and Minneapolis is down about 5 to 10 cents right now as we approach the early morning hours. Corn right now is also trading on the defense. It's down 2 cents, and soybeans are trading with about 3-cent losses.
We're just a little over halfway through the year, half the year left. How does this year stack up to last year or previous years in terms of production and the ag industry?
You know, that's a good question. You know, we started off this spring, it looked like it was going to be a fantastic year, getting in the field, getting planting going. The markets had absolutely zero risk premium built into it as we were going through the springtime, which we normally see because we normally have planting issues. And we dropped down with seeing some pretty dismal prices, and it didn't look very optimistic at the end of May. Since June has come into play, though, we did see a little bit of excitement come into the market, more so because of planting concerns and too much rain. And we started off on the dry side in a lot of areas, but now virtually we've seen all dry areas across the growing regions of the entire U.S. disappear because of the rain systems that have set up. And it's gotten to be too much in areas, and that's caused this market to rally. Right now we're looking at subpar crops, where last year we were looking at really good crops. And that's a big reason why these markets have seen the recovery that we're seeing.
As we move forward through the rest of the summer and then head on into fall, what are some of the things to look for as we head through the next couple of months?
You know, I think the big thing we have to continue to look for is just how the condition of the crop continues to move forward. Look at heat coming in now. Corn's going into the pollinating stages, and if heat all of a sudden sets up into parts of the Corn Belt, and in any part of the U.S. at this point, we're going to start to see issues because that's going to mean that the pollination stage really won't go that well. And if we get a lot of heat and the rain shuts off right now, it's unlikely, but it could happen. We have no root system in the crop, and that also is going to be a little bit detrimental to crop development and the potential yield for the crop this fall. So that's a couple of big things that we have to keep watching.
We've got the 4th of July just a couple of days away. We're in the midst of barbecue season. How are the livestock markets looking?
You know, that's a good question. Of course, when we had the grains rallying in June, we had the cattle markets slipping off, and hogs. Bearish hogs and pigs report didn't help us. We're sitting at the lows as far as the lean hog market is concerned, and we've had a pretty good sell-off with the cattle. Right now, I would expect that July is going to be a better month for the cattle markets. We should see those markets firm up. I would expect to see feeders go back up towards their high, but this could be the last run, so producers should be watching that to put hedges in place.
Oil seems to be going up and down on a daily basis. How has that affected, or has it affected, the biofuels market?
You know, it has a pretty decent effect as far as ethanol is concerned, because ethanol demand it was climbing very good, but this last week we did see a little bit of turnaround and a little bit of pullback as far as ethanol is concerned. Biodiesel and the soybean oil market, though, has seen a pretty good push, and it's been very helpful to that market.
Very good. Randy, thanks for joining us today.
All right, thank you. Hey, have a good 4th.
Hey, you too. All right, once again, that was Randy Martinson, market analyst with Progressive Ag Marketing. Stay with us. Coming up right after the break, one last look at your weather forecast, and we'll take a sneak peek at what's coming up on the Valley today.